The sister who stayed long. She trusted her sister, she forgave her husband, but she never knew they were planning her death. She thought her home was safe, but how wrong can a person be? Have you ever imagined that the people you love the most could become your worst nightmare? In a quiet apartment complex in Columbus, Ohio, life moved slowly and silently. Michael Carter and Sophie Carter had been married for 9 long years. No children, no luxury, no big dreams, just survival. Michael worked long, exhausting shifts at a warehouse. Sophie cleaned houses every day to keep their small life running. They were not happy, but they were not broken either. Or at least that is what everyone believed. But what happens when routine turns into distance, when silence starts replacing conversation, when love quietly fades away without anyone noticing? Then one day everything began to change. Sophie received a call from her older sister Alyssa Reed, recently divorced, emotionally shattered, and with nowhere to go. How could Sophie say no? How could she refuse her own blood? Alyssa arrived with a suitcase and a broken heart. At first it felt like the right thing to do. Family should stand together in difficult times, right? But sometimes the people you bring in to heal your home end up destroying it completely. Days turned into weeks. Weeks slowly turned into months. Alyssa stayed home all day. No job, no effort, no intention to rebuild her life. Was she really helpless, or was she hiding something deeper? Michael started coming home earlier than usual. Was it coincidence or something more? Why did conversations suddenly stop when Sophie entered the room? Why did silence feel heavier than before? Suspicion is a strange thing. It grows quietly inside the mind. Sophie noticed small changes, the way they avoided eye contact, the way they spoke in low voices, the way doors closed just a little too quickly. Was she overthinking? Was it just stress? Or was her intuition trying to warn her? One evening Sophie returned home earlier than expected. She opened the door slowly, and in that single moment, her entire world collapsed. There they were, her husband, her sister, together. What do you do when betrayal comes from both sides? Who do you blame first? Who do you trust after that? There were tears, there were apologies. Alyssa cried and begged for forgiveness. Michael promised it would never happen again. Can broken trust ever be repaired? Can betrayal ever truly be forgiven? Sophie chose forgiveness, maybe out of love, maybe out of fear, maybe because she had nowhere else to go. But forgiveness does not erase truth. It only hides it for a while. Behind closed doors the affair continued. More carefully, more secretly, more dangerously. Did they think they would never get caught again, or did they simply stop caring? Fear started growing. Fear of being exposed. Fear of losing everything. Fear of consequences. And when fear takes control, people make dangerous decisions. One night, a plan was made. A plan that would change everything forever. A plan that had no return. How far can someone go to protect a lie? How dark can a human mind become? A quiet evening, a normal routine, a small kitchen, and then violence. A knife lying on the table, a sudden attack. No warning, no mercy. Sophie tried to defend herself, but she was not prepared. She was not expecting death from the people she trusted the most. Multiple wounds, cold silence, no hesitation, and then the final act, making sure she would never survive. Can a sister really raise her hand against her own sister? Can love turn into something so cruel? After everything was done, there was no panic, no chaos, only planning. They cleaned what they could, they left what they needed, they locked the apartment from the outside. Alyssa left for her parents' house. Michael went back to work as if nothing had happened. Was this a perfect crime, or just a desperate attempt? Late at night Michael returned, phone in his hand, camera on. He broke the lock, he called the neighbors, he acted shocked, he cried loudly. Was it real grief, or just performance? Can someone fake emotions so perfectly? Police arrived, lights flashing, questions rising. But something did not feel right. No forced entry, no robbery, no clear motive, just a silent apartment hiding a violent truth. Detectives looked deeper. They asked questions. They noticed details others ignored. Where was the sister? Why did everything feel staged? Was this really an unknown crime, or something much closer? Pressure builds quickly in an interrogation room. Silence becomes unbearable. Truth starts finding its way out. Michael broke. Piece by piece, word by word, he confessed. Every lie, every detail, every moment. How long can a lie survive under pressure? How long before guilt takes over? Alyssa was arrested days later. No more hiding, no more pretending. 2 people, 1 secret, 1 terrible ending. What did they really gain? Was it worth it? Did they ever think about the consequences? A home once filled with trust, now a place of crime. A sister who became a killer, a husband who became a liar, and a woman who paid the ultimate price. What is more dangerous, an enemy outside, or betrayal inside your own home? In the end, the truth always finds a way, no matter how carefully you try to hide it, and sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones you trust the most.